I tell you, Herman, if it has to be a pet, our cat would be ideal.
Lily, you're just being stubborn. If Eddie is going to enter anything at the school pet fair, Spot is just the animal. He's a typical boy's pet.
Oh, Spot, there's nothing clever about him. Just tell me one thing he can do besides chase trains.
Well, let's put it up to Grandpa. Grandpa, which one of our pets do you think Eddie should take to the pet fair playground?
There's no question about it.
Our cat.
Or Spot?
Neither. Igor.
Igor, a bat?
Certainly. I mean, didn't Eddie say that one of the prizes was for intelligence? I mean, does that Spot have sense enough to hang from the rafters by his toes? Can that cat fly down to the corner store for the evening newspaper?
Spot must be intelligent. If not, why isn't he extinct like the rest of his species?
But don't forget, Herman, one of the things they judge the children's pets on is good grooming.
Spot can win that, too. I told Eddie to work on him and make him look his very best.
Hey, Dad! I don't think Spot wants to be entered in the school fair. He's hiding under the stairs and won't come out.
Now, Eddie, please.
Can't you do something, Uncle Herman?
Marilyn.
Will you forget about Spot? He's nothing but a big, stupid baby.
Just a minute, Grandpa.
Yes, now wait a minute, everybody. You can handle this, Herman, dear. You coax him out.
You all seem to be forgetting. I have a way with animals. Come on, Spot. Come on out, Spot. Come on, Spot. Be a good boy. This is your Uncle Herman. Now, Spot, come on out of there. Come on out of there. Spot, you're being a very bad boy. You want to go to the school pet fair with Eddie, don't you? Poopsie? I guess he seems to be a little bit reluctant.
But gee, I gotta have a pet to take to school.
Now, Eddie, if we leave Spot alone for a while, sooner or later he'll get hungry and come out looking for somebody.
Herman, I don't care what you do. You'll never be able to get Spot to behave himself in school.
Eddie, I still think you should take our cat.
But gee, he couldn't win anything. He's just a plain old everyday house cat.
I guess you're right.
In my opinion, Eddie, you ought to take Igor to the pet fair. Oh, that bat is the most beautiful thing that flies.
Well, okay. Now that I think of it, Igor would be good. He'd be smaller. But how do we know if he'll go for this little scheme? You know what happened that time he took him duck hunting.
That was terrible. He tried to fly south with that flock of mallards. 6 weeks later, he came walking home with his wings full of buckshot.
Morning, Eddie. Grandpa.
Man, am I excited. I bet I'll be the only kid with a real, live, honest-to-goodness Transylvanian bat.
Well, as long as we couldn't talk Spot into entering, I guess we'll have to settle for this silly fly-by-night.
You big dummy.
Igor, come back!
Goodness me, what happened to him?
What happened to him? You insulted him. That's what happened to him.
Igor! Mom! Mom! There he goes!
Eddie, what's the matter?
Pop said mean things about Igor, and he ran away. I can't be the only kid in school without a pet for the fair.
Oh, don't blame your father too much. Igor's always throwing tantrums. Sometimes I think he's nothing but a spoiled bat.
I can't go to school today. All the kids are gonna make fun of me.
Grandpa, I'm really ashamed of myself. I shouldn't have opened my big mouth. I let my boy down. I'm a miserable excuse for a father.
You know, Herman, there's a lot of ham in you.
Don't blame me. They had to use what was available.
Don't you worry, Herman. Eddie will not be disappointed. He's going to have a pet to take to that fair.
In that case, I'd like to ask you one question. What?
Not what. Who?
Who?
Me. That's who.
I have to admit it. You're the greatest.
Father, I'm deeply touched. It's not every grandfather that would do what you did for Eddie. Shh, here he comes now.
Oh. Here you go, son. Now handle it very carefully. Igor isn't as young as he used to be.
Good luck, Eddie, and bring home a blue ribbon.
I bet I win first prize for the most intelligent pet.
Well, I wouldn't count on that too much. Igor isn't as intelligent as he used to be either.
You better hurry now, dear.
Say, where's Grandpa?
He's, hung up in an experiment.
But he'll be with you in spirit all the time. Now, you be a good boy.
Okay, come on, Igor. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good luck.
Good luck, both of you.
You know, there's only one bad feature about this. If Grandpa does win over that bunch of goldfish and hamsters, there'll be no living with him.
Children, you've all brought such interesting pets. I'm sure your principal's going to have trouble in choosing a winner. Aren't you, Mr. Hazlitt?
Yes, indeed, Miss Guthrie.
Oh, what lovely doves. Johnny, that's just lovely. Look at that squirrel.
Isn't he a cute little fellow? Well, and what is it we have here?
It's me, Mr. Hazlitt.
No, Eddie, I mean in the cage.
Oh, it's my pet Igor.
Oh, why, it's a bat.
Boy, what a neat pet. Hey, Eddie, does it catch rats? Only when it feels like dancing.
That's very nice, Eddie. Suppose you put the cover back on the cage now.
Gee, Mrs. Guthrie, Igor hasn't done any of his tricks.
Well, what kind of tricks can he do?
My pet Igor will fly out of his cage, circle the room twice, and return back to his cage on command. Go, Igor.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I bet Eddie is proud of his pet. And I'm sure Grandpa is doing things that Igor wouldn't have the intelligence to think of.
I must say, I have to take my hat off to Grandpa for changing himself into a bat for Eddie's sake. I know I wouldn't like to go out in public looking grotesque. But we don't want Grandpa giving Eddie a false sense of values by catering to his every whim.
Well, Eddie doesn't know it's Grandpa. He thinks it's Igor.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hello, Eddie.
Hi, son. Well, how did you do at the pet fair?
How would you like to look at the prize winner for the most intelligent pet at Mockingbird Heights School? Look.
Father, what have you done now?
Where's Igor?
Igor? Oh, I traded him off to Timmy Brubaker for the squirrel. Isn't he neat?
Oh, Eddie, you naughty, naughty boy. You traded your grandfather for a squirrel?